it is time for me to bring you into my Otaku Corner. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the premise of an Otaku Corner video, it's essentially me going on and on and on and on about Japan and Japanese culture, whether it be anime, manga, music, Sentai, Kamen Rider, Tokusatsu in general, you know, the fact that I want to go to Japan, whether it be permanent or just as a visit, or, snacks that I would like to buy from J-List and give you reviews about. All of that borderline weeaboo shit. I'm not going to, say a character is my waifu. You don't have to worry about that shit. But if you want to help with making these videos higher quality, if you want to give me money to get, a better mic, if you want me to buy stuff from J-List, if you want me to, get DVDs of anime so that way I can, talk more about more anime and different anime and all this other stuff, there are two ways you can do that. You can either give me money directly through my fan funding widget, whatever the fuck it's called, on my page. That would go directly to my Google Wallet, which would enable me to, buy stuff off of J-List. And, if you do that, I'll give you a shout out if you want a shout out. And, I'll do a review of whatever I get off of J-List or whatever you want me to get off of J-List. That's another thing. If you give me money, you can tell me what you want me to spend it on. But that's just one way, with my fan funding on my channel. I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/RezenatorZen if you want to go give me money that way. That's a monthly commitment. If you want to, you can. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not going to hold content hostage. But if you want to give me money for, the various things I mentioned, me getting Japanese music CDs or CDs in general or whatever, you can. The fan funding is just like a one-time, here's some money. If you have the disposable income and you like what I do, you're more than welcome to actually give me money. I'd probably just spend it on, booze and, snacks from Japan, pretty much. And, maybe CDs and, manga, so I can do reviews of manga and, support artists and all this other stuff. With that being said, let's get to the Otaku Corner portion of this video. I think I spent too much time on the pimping out of myself of this video. But it's there if you want to use those things. So, what am I going to talk about in this Otaku Corner? Well, I'm going to talk about the anime I've watched just in the last couple months. I started and finished Akame ga Kill, one of my new favorite series on the entire fucking planet. I really like Akame ga Kill. I like the story. It kind of ends on a down note, but it's not that terrible. I'm not going to spoil anything. It just kind of, it kind of goes where you think it's going to go, but I don't know. For me, it lands kind of flat, but the overall series I like. The last year or so, I watched pretty much every single season of High School DxD, which is, High School DxD. I think it's then New and then Born. Watched all three of those seasons. There's supposedly another season coming. I haven't watched any of the specials for any of the High School DxD seasons, mainly because I wanted to get through the main series before I went to the specials. Because I thought that there was a new series coming, so I'm like, let me just, cram all of, the episodes into basically one sitting, which I pretty much did. It wasn't one sitting, but it was almost one sitting. It was, I basically downloaded them and then just watched them all in, a row. Which I don't recommend because it is kind of stupid, because you might get burnt out on the series. Let's see what else. I've watched other things. World Break, I've watched and finished that. That's a good series. I like the fact of, the past lives and the more you remember about your past lives, the more powerful you are. And the main character, I like the main character. He's basically a guy who's, sick and tired of losing people in his past lives. So he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to start, basically fucking everything up that's in front of me that's hurting my friends. And I like that. I'm currently watching a lot of stuff. I just started watching Dagashi Kashi, which is about a sweet shop that, the guy who owns it wants his son to take over, but his son's kind of like, about it. I like that. It's cool because it gives me kind of, primers for Japanese sweets that I've never even fucking heard about. My exposure to Japanese sweets is like Pocky and a couple other things. Dimension W, which just started, I think, which is a good show so far. I like the voice actors, I like the story so far. Is This a Zombie? Is kind of a goofy, silly, fan servicey kind of anime. But I like it. It's kind of funny. I generally like funny anime instead of like really serious ones. Or if I do watch serious ones, I watch like the funny ones to offset the fucking sad ones. But nothing will ever top the fucking monumental sad fucking movie of my life, and that is Grave of the Fireflies. If you've never seen it, I recommend watching it, but watch it with a friend so that way you can have someone to hug. I did it the stupid way, and I watched it by myself, and I spent the 2 hours watching the fucking movie, and I had a break every couple, like every 30 minutes or so, just crying for like 10 fucking minutes, because it's that fucking sad and it's that emotional. And I think that's a good sign of an anime that can make you fucking cry, which a few animes actually have done that. The Pokemon anime has done that to me in a few parts. There's been really sad stuff, in the early Pokemon series, with like Pikachu, like Ash taking Pikachu to what the fuck is it? Pokemon Center, and like the Spearows and shit are just fucking him up, and like Ash is like so fucking bent on getting him. Like, it's like like the Pokemon series, if you really watch the original, is fucking sad. But maybe it's just me because I grew up with the show and all that shit. Yeah, I don't like watching sad anime because it makes me cry, and I don't like crying. The next series that I'm watching is Lord Marksman and Vanadis, or I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that. I am 6 episodes in, and I have a couple episodes after that downloaded. I like it. It's another fan servicey kind of anime, but the story's good enough that it's not just focusing on the fan service. But the fan service is there. Like, let me not fucking mislead you. The fan service is fucking right there, but the story is good enough where the fan service doesn't detract from it. I just started watching Makin Ki. Fan service up the ass, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Saijaku, which is Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut. I only have the second episode downloaded, and I watched the first episode. That's a subtitled anime. I don't know if it's gonna get a dub, but I like it. Again, it's been a while since I've actually watched the first episode, so yeah. Tokyo ESP. I'm up to episode 5. I think I'm actually up to episode 6. I think I watched 5. That's a good series. It's a serious anime that has like some kind of... It has like... From what I like, just what I've watched, it has like a dark sense of humor, which I kind of like. And the final series that I'm watching right now is Wanna Be the Strongest in the World, which is a female professional wrestling anime. It is very fan service heavy, but again, the story is good enough to where it's not overbearing. And also in its favor is that professional wrestling women, in America at least, I'm not sure what it, I think in Japan they're more respected than they are in America. But, at least in some parts of America, like WWE doesn't really respect women in wrestling. But, it puts people, like, it puts the women in provocative poses, but that's just, how certain Yeah, that's how female wrestling kind of is. And again, the stories I like the story. It actually does have a story. It's not just all fan service, which there are some anime that are just nothing but fan service. But this is like actually kind of good, where it tells the story of this girl who basically she's an idol in Japan, and she becomes a professional wrestler, and she starts becoming a pro wrestler because one of the pro wrestlers kind of shits on her and the idols, because she's a part of an idol group, and she just wants to become a pro wrestler to beat the shit out of her, essentially. It's kind of weird that they keep kayfabe. Like, there's no, shoot. Like, it's all shoot. It's not. So it's kind of weird like that. But it is a pro wrestling anime. It's not like just a shoot wrestling. It's pro wrestling. It's just kind of weird that they don't have that, they don't show the booking and stuff like that. But I guess in Japan, it's, they don't see it as that. They kind of just see wrestling, as entertainment, and, like, they, at least the men wrestling, I've watched New Japan Pro Wrestling. That shit is fucking brutal to watch, because they are some stiff motherfuckers from the looks of it. So it's like, I guess the Japanese fans don't see it that way. Like, they respect the wrestling more, and maybe they just want to believe that it's actually like fisticuffs and not all story. But those are so far the animes I've watched this year, and are continuing to watch this year. If you want to give me suggestions, you can do that in the comment section below. As I said before, if you want to give me money, again, it's not required, but if you want to, you can. Any little bit helps with me, bringing in, a new camera or a new mic for better audio and visual quality. And, then I could get, if the video quality is better, people will come see my videos more. And then I can get an editing software and edit my videos in a program that isn't Windows Media or Windows Movie Maker, because that is just fucking awful to edit in. But yeah, like, I if you want to give me money, it's fine. I'll keep doing what I do. Simple as that. But if you want to help me make my channel better, you can do that. Thank you for watching. I hope you give it a like. I hope you share it if you really like it. Give me anime. I almost said rejections. Anime recommendations. Give me Japanese music recommendations. Give me everything in the comment section. But with that, thank you as I said before, thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Anime is awesome, and I'm not a weeboo. Just let's get that clear.